Welcome. At the PMMI show this November, we honored those that excelled in the past. More importantly, we shared the vision of Marsh with those in attendance. Sharing the Marsh vision is important for everyone. Following are excerpts from the program of the annual dinner of PMMI.
The world we live in surrounds us with an intricate web of changing patterns. Designs constantly responding, realigning to reveal new directions, briefly unlocking the secrets of fascinating possibilities. For each of us, the images are different. An interpretation sculpted by our experience, our desire, and our imagination. And sometimes, when our eyes are open wide, we are attracted by the vision of a new idea. And because we see the potential for something better, we explore. This is our dream, our vision, our opportunity to look beyond. Everything we accomplish today as a company, every product, every principle, even our determination to succeed, began as a vision. Someone had an idea, saw an opportunity to improve the way something was made, or said, or done. Then they did something about it. By sharing the vision with others, they began the investment of effort that would lead to a better way. Today's business environment challenges us to continue the process of exploration. We must play an active role in the changes which affect our industry. And every one of us shares the responsibility of leadership. For each of us, the future holds a million possibilities, an endless sea of dreams. Let's make the most of our journey together by sharing the vision.
The excitement continued. There were many award winners, but there also was a special group that needed special recognition. The four winners for the year were Kurt Steinbrenner of the Sonder Company, Wuppertal, Germany; Brian Smith of Signode Packaging, Canada; Dennis Weinhoff and his partner Sandy Shelton, Chicago Coating, Chicago, Illinois; and Buck Saunders, Fred H. Williams Company, Atlanta, Georgia. Each recipient was given a crystal statue as recognition of this outstanding achievement. Following this ceremony, John Allen Marsh, chairman of the board of Marsh, gave an outstanding talk on the future. I'm sure this talk will be remembered by you for many years.
To quote Dickens, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epic of belief, it was the epic of incredulity. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. As we bask in the euphoria of record sales and profits and look forward to 1995 with more of the same, we must keep in mind that sustaining the euphoria is a daunting task. Our vehicle is change, and we must continually maintain it. We must not be caught changing the tires when we should be changing the oil. As we close down the millennium, we are faced with seemingly limitless issues and demands, but limited resources to marshal effective delivery. Change is a painful, awkward, humbling process. If this does not ring a bell with you, you are not changing. The first step of change is vision. I would like to share with you some thoughts on this vision thing. Jim Collins led a team at Stanford University that did extensive research on this topic. Their definition of vision is a kind of overarching, guiding force. More specifically, they coined the acronym BHAG, B-H-A-G, or Big, Hairy, Audacious Goal. They define BHAG as what is currently impossible to do in your business, but if possible, would fundamentally change it. Hammer and Champy, in their book, Re-Engineering the Corporation, define vision as what a company wants to be. I would add, when it grows up. They feel strongly that vision, well done, is what sustains a company's resolve through the stress of re-engineering and change. It is what makes it worth it. An image to rally around and say, won't it be nice when we get there? They also liken good visions to a prod, and great ones to a magnetic force that pulls all levels of the company to it. So what makes up a great vision? It should focus on operations, it must be measurable, and it should change the basis for competition in the industry. Two of the best that I have found that are short and we will all be familiar with are, number one, Federal Express's first vision statement. We will deliver the package by 10:30 the next morning. And number 2, the United States' last great vision, 30 years ago, John F. Kennedy's answer to Sputnik. We will have a man on the moon by the end of the decade. Both thought to be impossible. Both changed the way their competition did business. And both definitely measurable. Not all visions can be so succinct. Arguably, one of the best all-time visions was the Declaration of Independence. Does our vision statement in our strategic plan stand up to these definitions and thoughts? Not entirely. Few do. Does your company stand up? Do you truly have a vision? There is no more important job for top management than to make sure their company has a vision statement and that all of the company stakeholders understand and feel that vision. Stakeholders should be defined here as all those whose livelihood depend directly or indirectly on a company. Everyone watching this tape is a stakeholder of the Marsh Company. The Marsh Company will rededicate itself to sharing our vision of the future and challenge you to do the same. After all, to quote Charles F. Kettering, "My interest is in the future because that is where I'm going to spend the rest of my life." I believe we all know what we want our businesses to be. Let's share the vision and change the way our industry does business. Now, we have set the stage for the future, keeping in mind that we will be launching into a new plateau as we celebrate our 75th anniversary. So keep your eyes wide open and see what the future brings.